Heroic Captain Harrisburg leaps into action to save driver in danger. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Captain Harrisburg saving the day thanks to his quick thinking and selfless actions. Maybe if Timothy White Jr. were actually Captain America, he could have saved the day with just one throw of the hero's famous shield. But this was the real world. And even though White has donned the Captain America costume for events like conventions, parades, and local anti-bullying superhero day, he wasn't wearing it when he noticed a problem on a September afternoon. Without any superpowers to rely on, he had to face the situation as an ordinary person. During rush hour in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Timothy White Jr., 38, was on his way home from running the nonprofit he founded with his mother, A Miracle for Sure, which helps formerly incarcerated individuals reintegrate into society. As he was driving, he noticed a gray Nissan four-door pickup truck on the opposite side of the street, swerving and careening into the curb before correcting its course, only to do it again. It was then that White realized the driver appeared to be asleep, and he knew that if he did not intervene, the driver would either crash into a house and kill himself or someone else. Even though many people would have driven past, White, known as Captain Harrisburg to his girlfriend because of his instinct to help others, could not ignore the situation and felt compelled to stop the vehicle. The hero known as Captain Harrisburg, or Timothy White Jr., was on his way home from work when he spotted a dangerous situation unfolding on the road in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. A gray Nissan pickup truck was swerving and hitting the curb repeatedly, and White quickly realized that the driver was asleep at the wheel. Fearing for the safety of the driver and others on the road, White decided to take action. Despite facing several obstacles, including oncoming traffic and other vehicles on the road, White was determined to stop the pickup truck before it caused a serious accident. He honked his horn and tried to pass the other cars, but when that didn't work, he pulled over and sprinted up the sidewalk towards the truck, which was traveling at around 10 to 15 miles per hour. Even in his loafers, White was able to outrun the swerving vehicle. With a burst of determination, White ran towards the pickup and quickly made his way to the driver's side. Fortunately, the window was down, and he seized the opportunity, grabbing onto the window frame and jumping into the cab with all his might. White found himself half inside the truck, with his legs hanging out the window. The driver, Todd DeAngelis, 64, was barely conscious and was surprised to see a stranger sprawled across his stomach. He let out a startled yelp at the unexpected sight. Acting quickly, White knew they were approaching a busy intersection, and he needed to act fast to prevent any accidents. With the truck still in motion, White reached for the gear shift and forcefully shifted it into park, bringing the vehicle to an abrupt halt. He then swiftly extracted himself from the truck through the same window he had entered. In total, he estimated that he was inside the truck for no more than 4 seconds. White quickly checked on DeAngelis's condition after pulling him over. DeAngelis was in a state of confusion, admitting that he was not feeling well. The reason was that DeAngelis, who has diabetes, was experiencing dangerously low blood sugar levels. White quickly flagged down a police officer and called for an ambulance. DeAngelis was transported to a nearby hospital, where medical professionals confirmed that his blood sugar was dangerously low and that he could have slipped into a diabetic coma had it not been for White's quick intervention. "He kept me from a much worse accident than it could have been," DeAngelis said after his recovery. White's actions on that day were in line with his character. In his teenage years, he once kicked open the door of a burning house to check if someone was trapped inside, despite the danger. Fortunately, the house was unoccupied. "I'm always trying to help where I can, when I can," he says. But jumping into a moving vehicle to prevent a crash? White admits this was new territory. "It took me a couple of days," he says, "and a couple of beers to chill out.